there's not really a portion of the evening that I mean, I got to hear a little bit of symphonic as we were walking in. I thought it was awesome. You know, again, those of you that have been a part of our program over the years will notice that every band that we have here is important to us. No one gets left behind. And I don't mean that as a joke. I mean, I'm serious. In the military, when people are fighting, they don't leave their men behind. They carry them home. And in my opinion, every single kid, whether you're a first or last chair, is important to me because it's important to what their life. And music is about, you know, music for me has always been a stronghold, something for me to, when I'm sad or happy or whatever, or I need a little guidance, I listen to music. And that's always been that way since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And I hope that I've helped instill that in your children, regardless of what chair or order or band or whatever they play, because that is what's important. Tonight, this very, very special group of children, a lot that have been with me, obviously, for the past 3 years, and this is always hard for me, we're going to show off a little bit of what we've been playing for, what, like, not even a month. We had a late UIL, which, by the way, we got sweepstakes. Awesome. So, they have grown, and the 8th graders will be a very welcome addition to the high school band. And these 7th graders, as they get older, will also be a welcome addition to the high school band. And I will always go up there and support those kids as long as I'm alive. So our very first piece is, we're kind of adding on to what we did in the fall. We're doing the second part of Harry Potter Deathly Hallows, part 2. And it ends with a new beginning. So, and that's exactly what a lot of these kids are getting ready to do. bet you're wondering why we have a piano out here. Like I was going to do my Victor Borgo routine, but I'm not as good as he is. We're actually, this next piece, Joy Lim, who is an 8th grader and a wonderful pianist, is going, this is a wonderful piano piece that really is accompanied by the band. And I want to give the kids as much band works as we can. We're actually getting to perform an Eric Whitacre piece, which really is a high-level piece, and this is called the Seal Lullaby. He was asked to write a soundtrack for a DreamWorks movie. So he wrote it, and he submitted it, and he waited, and he waited, and he waited, and he never heard anything about it. It was about, it's about a seal and his mama. So he called up DreamWorks and he said, I'm not exactly sure, I mean, this is a great piece. Why you haven't called me? And they said, oh, we're sorry, we decided to go with Kung Fu Panda. And that's a true story. So he was writing a piece, but they went with a completely different thing, and now we've got like Kung Fu Panda 3 probably coming out in the next whatever. But this particular piece is from a Rudyard Kipling story called The White Seal. And what I like about this piece is it's just a lullaby to the baby. And the mother sings, oh, hush thee, my baby, the night is behind us, and black are the waters that sparkle so green. The moon o'er the combers looks downward to find us, at rest in the hollows that rustle between. And basically, that's the whole theme of this beautiful, beautiful piece that I don't know very many middle schools are mature enough or good enough to play. And when you hear middle schools from time to time, you won't hear middle schools play pieces like this because of intonation problems or, like I said, just lack of maturity in playing. These kids can do it, and when you're done with it, if there's not a dry eye in the house, I'm not, except for you kids, can't cry. Me, I can. So anyway, but if there's not a dry eye in the house, we haven't done our job. This is an amazing, amazing piece. See a lullaby.
Awesome. Woo!
Okay, so I have a few awards to give out. And a few nice things to say, as always. Okay. So the first thing I want to quickly talk about is in February, all these kids go to solo and ensemble contests. And they strive to get a superior or a 1 in the contest area. If you received a 1 or a superior, please stand up. If you got an excellent or a 2, stand up with the 1. Stand up with the 1s along with them. Give them a hand, please. No one in our band program, they have a wide range of what they can give kids. They can give you all the way to a 4 if they want to, but every one of our kids came out of there with 1s and 2s, which is amazing. That's a good thing. That's a good problem to have. So big congratulations to these kids. Secondly, again, we went to contests and we made sweepstakes, but we also went to Dallas a couple weeks ago and performed, and we got superior rating, we got an outstanding trophy, and we got outstanding over all the bands that were there that weekend, which is, the trophies are cute. It's awesome. We are a winning organization, and that is an amazing feat because it takes a lot of hard work by these kids, so I'm really proud of them for that. I'm going to give a couple of quick awards, and just if you would hold your applause, I'm going to do just woodwinds first, and then I'll do brass, and then, okay. So we had some awards that were given the other night or the other day for awards. So those kids, you've got your awards there. But these are outstanding woodwind honor, and I have 2. One goes to Harrison Williams, and the other to Christina Cho. Outstanding brass, I have 3. Kenyon Lant, Tyler Pettit, and, whoops, almost skipped one, Keely Cox. Percussion, I have 2. Kaylee Switzer and Colton Belgium. Yeah, a couple cool ones. This one I like. Okay, I like those too, but this is one. The Most Like Yoda Award. I know, isn't it great? So then we put a quote, a Jedi, and this, honestly, I've got to tell you, this quote matches this kid perfectly. A Jedi, if I could say it like Yoda, I would, kids, so bear with me. A Jedi must have the deepest commitment and the most serious mind. And that is very true of this child, Jack Dressendorfer. So these 2 young ladies, I think I've been calling them this I think for the 3 years they've been here. This is called the Victoria Squared Award. And it's in recognition of their constant Victorianess. Come on up, B Squared. The other week, they named 2 outstanding soloists, and they can do that for any group, but they named it for our group in their solo category. And they came in their own little special thing. Outstanding Musicianship Award goes to Javier Elizondo and Victoria Morrison. And I know some of you were here before, but hey, redundancy runs in my family. Band boosters. Round Rock High School band boosters. They're one of the most important, they're what keeps us moving. I mean, you know, the district gives us so much money. Basically, we have to fundraise for everything we do, and you all know that, and you're a big part of that. But when it comes to buying new instruments if we need it, and like I said earlier, most of our instruments are 30 years old or more because they were given to us after the high school switched out and they got new, and that's just how it's been. So we do our very best to keep those in good working order, and I spend quite a bit of money doing that. But we also use our monies for scholarships or master classes, like with Doc Rainey, there is no better than Doc. I mean, or any of the people that we have. So I hire them in the beginning of the year. We do all these master classes. The boosters every year, dependent upon how much money they raise, give our program $11,000. I know, deafening silence. Okay, they give it to us at the beginning of the year, every year. And the only way that we can continue receiving it is from the help of parents and students throughout the year. When we do concession stands and they ask us to do things, it's the little things. And with as many kids as we're going to have next year, 336, that's a happy problem. We're going to have like 170 some beginners. We can't even fit all those kids on this stage next year. I know, good problem, right? Way to go, girl. Anyway. It's a good thing, but when there's that many people, we can certainly help. And so when we do the concession stand in the fall, you know, and when we come to you and say, come on guys, let's get involved. Because not only is this program good, the high school is good. They're amazing. And they're only going to get amazing as we keep doing what we're doing. And I'm very thankful for the band boosters. So Ms. Thompson is here to present us with our, so it's an envelope, obviously. La la la. Okay, but it's spent, okay? So, and on all your kids. I don't go out to Dillard's and buy myself a new outfit, though I'd like to, but I don't do that. So, not with these monies. This money goes to every one of these kids and all those beginners and the symphonic. Whoever walks into the band program in need, I am always giving out money for them. And all you have to do is be in need, or I buy instruments, or I repair instruments, and believe it or not, that takes a lot of money. Or I buy new music, or we enter competitions, and believe me, entering competitions is not a cheap expense. There's 2 we're entering this spring, and one costs $350, and the other one costs $200. So I'll be taking that from our band booster stuff so we can get out there and get acknowledged. All right, so final thing, they also give us, aside from that money, some band camp scholarships. Kids write about why they like band, and they get a scholarship, not the full ride, but just some money so that they can go to band camp in the summer, which I find very rewarding. Those 2 people in this band are Alex Billings and Bryn Thompson.
not so fast. She thinks that's the last thing, but it's not. This year has been, stand right.
Do you like how I listen to him? He's lucky. And I'm lucky.
This year has been quite a year in the Reedus family. As most of you know, Wayne Reedus, Tracy's husband, was diagnosed last fall with brain cancer. And first I want to thank the honor band for putting up with me when Mrs. Reedus was out, because I mean they come in and they're like, hey, where's Mrs. Reedus? It's like, she's not here. I got to conduct you today. Sorry guys, I know I'm not her. So thank you, honor band. But the next person I want to thank, and I know all of you want to thank, and each and every one of you helped out in this, and we wanted to thank you, Mrs. Reedus, for being just phenomenal for us this year, and for all your hard work on top of everything that's going on in your life. And this is a gift from the entire band family. We put it all together.
We don't want it to go without Jared being recognized. As one parent said, he's been a godsend this year, and this is for him.
Well, I don't really know what to say except for thank you for everything. As I said earlier with the beginning band, when I was out here, there's no way of telling, at this point I have grown in so many ways. Well, not just my tummy area, but I know you're laughing, but it is true. Anyway, my pants tell me that. I've grown as a person, as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, as a band director. This is one of my, believe it or not, with adversity brings greatness. And I don't know what great leader said that, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that think that way. I'm not that, I'm a kind of person who just moves on, but with the help of good people. And I'm very thankful for you, as always. And again, I don't know what next year brings for me, but I know that whatever it is greatness from you and your kids and my own children. And whatever's going to happen, just know that I will keep you tight, because I'll need to hold on to you. So, our last number, we're actually going to try, once again, to record one more recording of choreography. So if we can be as quiet as possible, I'm submitting for two things. One is a thing where you send in, and that all these major band directors from universities listen to our group, and they select the top, 15, 20, and those groups are compiled and put on a CD around the United States. Wouldn't it be wonderful to see Chisholm Trail on a CD professionally? Amazing. It is my hope that this could be that year, but if it isn't, we will just continue every year. I'm also submitting, I don't give up on anything, I just keep going. So there is something called Bands of America. It's one step above Seattle and one step below Chicago. It's in Indianapolis. I don't know if we'll make it or not. But we'll submit, and I'll keep you posted, because if we do, we're going to Indianapolis. But we'll see. It's a cool thing. I'm one of those people who likes to just take whatever it is and shoot for the stars, and if we make it, great. And then at least I won't have any regrets for not trying, because I don't want to, if anything I've learned in this life and in the last 6 to 8 months is no regrets. Just do it. And I thank you for that. So, choreography. If you're in jazz band, go ahead and take your things and leave. The rest of you stay here for a second, let them out. You're in for a real treat. I mean, the whole night's been a treat. I don't know why I'm like making it like it's not. But this is awesome. So if you like jazz, you don't have to run, children. Walk, walk, walk. Walkie, walkie. No one gets hurt on my watch. Unless you're my own children, and then you get hurt all the time. Excellent. So if you have time, as you're, waltzing out with all your stuff, then you're going to hear some amazing, amazing things. So join us for some jazz.